What if I told you there was a dog who refused to give up? A dog who sat in the same place every single day, awaiting for his soldier to return. No matter the weather, no matter how many days passed, he never stopped believing. But one night something happened. Something no one expected. This is not just a story about loyalty. It's a story about love, about sacrifice, and about a truth that would change everything. It all began in a quiet little town in the Midwest. A young soldier named Michael adopted a German Shepherd puppy while he was still in training. He called him Rex. From the very first day, Rex was more than just a pet. He was a companion, a protector, and most importantly, Michael's very best friend. Neighbors would often see them jogging together in the early mornings, playing in the park on sunny afternoons, or just sitting under the old oak tree near Michael's house. They weren't just a man and a dog. They were inseparable. It was as if Rex was part of Michael's very soul. But soon duty called. Michael was deployed overseas. On the night before leaving, he knelt down beside Rex. He hugged him tightly and whispered softly in his ear, "Wait for me, buddy. I'll be back." And from that moment on, Rex did exactly that. Narrator. Every morning, as the sun slowly rose over the town, Rex would walk to the bus stop at the edge of a street. He would sit down and wait. Children on their way to school would pet him gently. Commuters began to recognize him. And day after day, a week after week, Rex remained. Rain poured. Snow fell. Summer heat blazed. But nothing, no season, no storm, no obstacle could move him from his post. Soon, the townspeople began to admire his loyalty. Some brought him food. Others left bowls of water. To them, Rex was no longer just a dog. He had become a symbol of hope, and of love that endures through time. But what no one knew was that Michael's return would not be as simple as everyone hoped. As the years went by, whispers began to spread. Some said Michael had been lost in combat. Others believed he was recovering far away in a hospital. But through it all, Rex never gave up. With every beat of his heart, he believed. He believed his soldier was coming home. And then one cold evening something changed. A stranger arrived in town. He wore an old military jacket, and though his face was unfamiliar, Rex seemed to know him. The moment Rex saw him, his tail wagged. He barked with joy, and he followed the man closely, step for step. The townspeople watched in silence as Rex led the man back to the bus stop. There, the two of them sat down, side by side, and waited. But here is the heartbreaking truth. That man wasn't Michael. He was a comrade from Michael's unit, and in his hands he carried a letter, the final words of Michael. "Dear Rex, if you are hearing this, it means I couldn't make it back to you. But I need you to know something. You were never just a dog to me. You were my brother, my protector, and the reason I smiled through the darkest days. I wish I could have kept my promise, but I hope you'll keep waiting not for me, but for the love we shared. Because love never truly dies." The townspeople wept. The soldier's comrade knelt down, placed his hand on Rex's head, and for the first time in years, Rex howled. It was a sound that carried across the night, a sound filled with grief, but also with love. From that day on, Rex was never alone. The entire town adopted him. They fed him, sheltered him, and loved him as if he were their own. To them, he wasn't just a dog anymore. He was a loyal soldier, a guardian of memory, a living story of devotion. His tale began to spread, first across the state, then across the country, and finally around the world. People everywhere were touched by the story of a dog who never gave up on his soldier. Rex lived the rest of his days surrounded by love. And even though Michael never returned, their bond became eternal. A bond that would live on forever in the hearts of all who heard their story. Loyalty like this is rare. Rex showed us that love can endure through time, through distance, and even through death. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone you care about. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories of courage, of hope, and of the unbreakable bond between humans and animals.